There is an active attack on the identity of Black people in the United States. It has existed since our ancestors were stolen from their land, forced to abandon their identity and adopt another that God did not assign to them. Despite their inconceivable struggle, they persevered. Their laughs became a sign of resistance. Their tears, proof of a humanity they were denied time and time again. What strength, what unimaginable strength it must have taken for you, me, us, to be here today. I was reminded of that strength when I came across this picture. This is a picture of my grandma and her siblings at the flag-raising ceremony for the city of Kinloch, Missouri. My uncle, Uncle Fleming, won a contest for the designing of the new Kinloch flag. Seeing this picture and the way my family carried themselves instantly instilled in me a sense of pride that I cannot fully articulate. Seeing this picture awakened something in me. Suddenly, the girl who had lost sight of who she was, the girl who adopted an identity contrived by a society that didn't want to see her shine, a girl who was lost, got the urge to find out who she was and from whom she came. I began this journey by traveling to Kinloch, but I quickly ran into a problem. It doesn't exist anymore. Well, not as it once did. You see, Kinloch is one of the many historically Black cities in America that have been destroyed by the government. What was supposed to be an airport project turned into this, a wasteland. It's clear that this was not simply an airport expansion project, but an attempt to stifle the success of yet another Black community. So, I had to take another route. And I quickly realized that although the current state of Kinloch does not reflect the beauty that once was, that same beauty lives on through people like my grandmother, a Kinloch native. Here's her story.
Hello, my name is Lula Duke. I am from St. Louis, Missouri. However, I grew up in Kinloch. I won't tell you how old I am. I won't say what year. But I lived in Kinloch for about 22 years. I was born there. I went to school there. I was born again spiritually there at the St. James Missionary Baptist Church. Graduated from Kinloch Senior High School. And I just had some great experiences. Well, growing up in Kinloch as a little girl, I actually enjoyed growing up. As I stated earlier, I had 8 siblings, and we lived in a little small 4-room house. But God blessed us, and we made the most out of it. We did a lot of playing. We spent a lot of time outside. And by me having 6 brothers, I was a little tomboy. Mm-hmm. And I spent most of my time playing with my brothers. And along the way, of course, I learned the girly games too, which weren't a whole lot. But I learned how to play softball, football, jump rope, rock fights, you name it. But like I said, we had a good time. Oh, this brings back so many memories. But it didn't look anything like this. And these are the streets I used to walking to school every day. Actually, but we came in from the other side, which we can't access. Kinloch Senior High School. I will go this way just to be sure. This is outrageous. I didn't know I had gotten this bad. This is the Richton Courthouse, 5721 Richton Court. We moved in that house when I was 13.
And how long were you in this house?
Until the airport bought them out and actually forced them to move. And of course, now warehouse stands in that spot.
So, like, with the airport stuff, that stuff never, like, happened?
Not according to what they said they were going to do. And what they did was took the land and built warehouses on it, on a lot of it. And that's what they do.
Right. Do you know for which company?
Snook Swan, for one, has a warehouse over there. So our home was straight back this way. It doesn't exist anymore. That was Kinloch. Our mom must have done this.
What was this?
Probably 100 years ago. No, when I was in song ministry.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody walk with it. I think I must have been trying to rap.
We gotta listen to that.
Right. And of course, we had our own little confectionery too. When I lived in Kinloch, I forgot about that. We had a little, like I said, a confectionery grocery store, and over on Maple. But the government came through and bought out a lot of the land in that area. So we had to close our store.
What?
Yes. And that's when they built the projects in Kinloch. They got rid of the houses and built some projects. And during that process, there were not enough customers to support the store, so we had to close the business. That might be the building. I think it is. I think that's it. Kinloch was a community. It's what you would call a village. The old saying, it's an African proverb, that it takes a village to raise a child. That's how Kinloch was. Everybody was everybody's mother, and so forth. Yeah, and everybody knows that if you misbehaved, everybody got you. If you did something in the community, not only did that person get you if you were at their home, but then you got a spanking when you got home, and so forth and so on. Everybody looked out for everyone. We did not even have a lock on our doors. It was, in that regard, it was awesome growing up. We did not have a lot of material things, but we had love for one another and we had community.